We are the people of the forest. We are known by many names. Sprites, pixies, some call us fairies. We've lived in this forest for an eternity. Even the elders, including myself, cannot remember any other home. In this forest we live in, there is a great tree, a tree with much magic. Our lives are tied to this great tree. It is the source. Without it, we cannot exist here. But this tree requires special care. Every day the tree must be replenished with pollen from only the most special types of flowers, at least until the grand descent, when it is prophesied that the roots of the great tree plunge themselves deep into the ground where they can finally mature. At this time, the tree will be self-sustaining and live on its own for an eternity more, and our people's future will be assured. Until then, the special pollen must be collected and brought back to the tree. But collecting this pollen is filled with much peril. The flowers attract many creatures that could cause us great harm, even kill us. This task of collecting pollen used to belong to the Sui, beautiful creatures filled with light. They possess a special gift that protects them from being harmed by such peril. It's a gift we ourselves do not own. It is written that they were brought here by the ancients to do this very task. But they are not slaves. As they forage for the sweet nectar of the flowers, they inadvertently collect the vital pollen and carry it back to the great tree where they nest. Once there, the great tree breathes in the pollen's energy and exhales the life. It has worked like this for as long as I can remember. That is, until now. Dark times have befallen us. The Sui have been disappearing, but have taken their place are mindless shadows, lost in a veil of darkness. They have been bewitched, and the great tree is growing weak. The elders have called out to all of our kin. There is a need for courage, a need for the bravest of our kind to step forward and shoulder the responsibility of collecting the much-needed pollen. This dangerous task has fallen on the shoulders of our children. Barely 1,000 years old, they are the ones that must bear this burden for us all. For the time of the grand descent is coming close, and if our people fail to sustain the tree and it fades, so too will our people. We are much more vulnerable than the Sui as we collect the pollen. Aside from the obvious dangers of the forest creatures, there are whispers of something else, something much more sinister. The elders believe that the changing of the Sui might be an attempt to stop the grand descent by the Ixies. What else could have corrupted and entranced the noble Sui but the darkest of magic? It has been written that when the ancients came to this land, they were divided. Those that believed we should live in harmony with the new world, that we should adapt to it, and the others who believed that the new world should be turned and bent to accommodate them. The clan split. Half went to the forest and planted the sapling, the genesis of the great tree, where they learned to live in peace with our new world. We are called the Wren. The other half went in search of magic they could use to help them change the forest. But the magic they found was black, and their plan went wrong. They were able to live without the great tree, but they paid a terrible price. You see, the magic they found didn't change the forest. It changed them in a most horrifying way. They were bent, twisted, and their hearts turned. And as large and as powerful as they became, their torment was everlasting. They harbored a great hatred for the Wren. They convinced themselves we were the cause of their condition and swore revenge. They are known as the Ixies. This is a legend, old tales, something the little ones use to frighten each other on stormy nights. At least that is what I hope, for one of the chosen collectors is you, my own child.